Welcome to the video lecture series of electronic devices. Today's topic is breakdown mechanism. Let me remind you that in previous video lectures we have discussed about PN junction diode, VI characteristics in the forward bias, reverse bias. Even we have discussed the VI characteristics for practical diode as well as the ideal diode. Let us begin today's lecture, which is about the breakdown mechanism. See, if reverse bias is applied to a PN junction and this bias is increased, so how this reverse bias is applied? You have studied that in case of PN junction, if P terminal of the battery is this P-type semiconductor or P terminal is connected with the negative terminal of the battery and positive is connected with the N, then you can say that the diode is in the reverse bias condition. Now what will happen if you increase this bias voltage, this voltage V, then a point will reach when the junction breaks down and reverse current rises sharply. This specified value of reverse bias voltage is known as a breakdown voltage. You can see in this particular diagram the curve which is being plotted in between the voltage and current. So this is the VZ voltage at which particular point, at this particular voltage, the reverse current increases sharply, and this VZ is what? This is the breakdown voltage. So the reverse saturation current flowing in the reverse bias diode, it is dependent on the temperature, means it depends on temperature only. You must remember this point. It means it is independent of the reverse voltage which is applied externally. This is all I am talking about, the reverse saturation current, which is denoted as I0. But in this particular situation, when we are talking about the breakdown of the diode, so this reverse breakdown, this phenomena, it takes at large reverse voltage. And there are two different mechanisms by which a PN junction breaks. One is Zener breakdown, another is the avalanche breakdown. Now let us discuss both the types of breakdown mechanism in detail. Zener breakdown. What is the Zener breakdown? What is Zener effect? See, Zener breakdown phenomena occurs in a PN junction diode which is heavily doped. Heavily doped means depletion layer will be thin. So here, because of the heavy doping of P and N sides of diode, the depletion region is narrow, the thin depletion region in the reverse bias condition. It means all the reverse voltage V appears across the depletion region. Whole the voltage will be appeared across this particular depletion region. If this is the, let me write it, depletion region. It means electric field, which is the voltage per unit distance, this is very intense across this, means electric field will be very intense across this particular depletion region, and this intense electric field, it can pull some of the valence electrons by breaking the covalent bonds, means it can pull some of valence electrons by breaking covalent bonds. So now what will happen? These electrons will become free when these covalent bonds will break. So these electrons will be free, and a large number of such electrons can constitute a large reverse current flowing through the diode, and this is known as breakdown due to the Zener effect. This is the breakdown due to Zener effect. You can see it in the diagram itself. Here a breakdown voltage is being mentioned. This is being shown over here. This breakdown voltage is denoted by Vz. You can see the reverse saturation current. This is very small. This is denoted by I0. But as well as this particular voltage is being increased, it is being varied. You can see the breakdown occur, and this is the Zener breakdown. So Zener breakdown, about this you must remember one point, that it doesn't damage the diode. But here current is only because of the drifting of electrons. It means there is a limit to the increase in current as well. So these are the important points. And as I have told you, if somebody is going to ask you a question, does the breakdown always damage the diode? Then you are going to say answer is no. If we use the external current limiting resistance such that reverse current at the time of breakdown is kept at a low value, then damaging of a diode can be protected. Next is the avalanche breakdown. What is avalanche breakdown? What is avalanche effect? See, avalanche breakdown occurs in a PN junction diode which is moderately doped. Moderately doped means here depletion region or depletion layer is thick. An avalanche breakdown, it usually occurs when high reverse voltage is applied across the diode. If we increase the applied reverse voltage, the electric field across the junction will keep increasing. How to understand this? See, you must listen it very carefully, because when you are applying a large reverse voltage, then what will happen? Velocity of minority carriers will increase. If V is large, then velocity of minority carriers will be increased. Therefore, kinetic energy associated with them will also increase. It means kinetic energy will also increase. So while traveling, these minority carriers will collide with what? These minority carriers will collide with stationary atoms, and they impart some of the kinetic energy to the valence electrons which are present in the covalent bonds, right? And because of this additionally acquired energy, these valence electrons will break the covalent bond. These valence electrons will break the covalent bonds, and they jump into the conduction band to become free for the conduction, and they jump to the conduction band. So now these free electrons will be accelerated, and they knock out some more valence electrons by means of collision. See, and here you can observe that a chain reaction is being developed. So this chain reaction which is developed, which can be observed, it is known as a avalanche effect. Avalanche effect. and in a very short duration of time a large number of free minority electrons will be available for the conduction. Therefore a large reverse current will flow through the reverse bias diode and avalanche breakdown will occur. You can draw the avalanche breakdown like in this manner. You can see in this particular diagram, again curve is being plotted in between the voltage and current. Since we are talking about the breakdown mechanism, so in the reverse bias condition, again itself the curve is being plotted. Here you can see this is the avalanche breakdown and this is the voltage at which this breakdown occur. So you can observe about the Zener breakdown as well as the avalanche one, and you can explain both the mechanism as well. What is avalanche effect? What is Zener effect? So if somebody is going to ask you a question, why should we avoid breakdown? Why should we avoid breakdown? What would be the answer? Because at the time of avalanche breakdown, large reverse voltage appears across the diode. It means large reverse current will flow through it. Therefore, large powers will be dissipated by the diode and the junction temperature of the diode may exceed beyond its safe limit. Therefore, the diode will be damaged permanently. That is why reverse breakdown should always be avoided. You must tell this particular answer. Next, comparison between the Zener and avalanche breakdown. So till now you are aware with the Zener effect, Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown. Now let us discuss the difference between these two. Zener breakdown is defined as the flow of electrons across the p-type material barrier of the valence band to the evenly filled n-type material conduction band, while avalanche breakdown occurs of raising the flow of electric current or electrons in insulating material or semiconductor by providing the high voltage. In case of Zener breakdown, depletion width is thin, while in case of avalanche breakdown, depletion region is thick, relatively wide. For Zener breakdown, electric field is strong, while for avalanche, electric field is weak. Zener breakdown generates more electrons, while avalanche breakdown generates electrons as well as holes. For Zener breakdown, doping is heavy, while for avalanche breakdown, doping is low. In case of Zener breakdown, reverse potential is low, while reverse potential is high in case of avalanche. For Zener breakdown, temperature coefficient is negative, while for avalanche, temperature coefficient is positive. In case of Zener, ionization is due to the electric field, while in case of the avalanche effect, ionization is due to the collision. If we talk about the breakdown voltage for Zener diode, it ranges from 5 to 8 volt, while for the avalanche, it must be greater than, or it is observed as a more than or a greater than 8 volt. Zener breakdown voltage decreases when the temperature increases, means negative temperature coefficient, while avalanche breakdown voltage increases with when the temperature increases. In case of Zener breakdown, you can observe the VI characteristics has a sharp curve, while in case of avalanche, the curve is not that much sharp. That is the case of the Zener breakdown. So these are the various parameters upon which you can differentiate the Zener and avalanche breakdown. Topic for the next video lecture is Zener diode. Thank you so much for watching this video.